everyone, and welcome to The Daily Dish. I'm your host, Kathy Rankin, and we've been talking this week with Lauren Rosenberg, and she's the co-creator of the Elaine Ryan Home Decorating Kit, and we introduced it in one of the episodes. It's a fantastic way for you to decorate your home from start to finish with all the tools and tricks of the trade from real interior designers. And one of the key pieces in this kit, and that I think is so important for you out there, for a whole episode we could go and talk about how to design your kids' rooms. And I mean, this is huge because when you're decorating your child's room, you don't only want it to be cute. Everybody wants to outdo everybody else and show their friends their great room, but you also have to think of function and space and where they're gonna do homework and how they're gonna grow with it. So talk to me about what you guys put in here for parents who really want to design a room that's gonna be pleasing to the child, but also helpful for the parents.
Well, but this is the thing. We're not designing our children's bedrooms. We're designing our children's bedroom with our children.
And that's a key point you make in here, is making them part of the process.
That's right, because it's their sanctuary, it's their bedroom, and it's a wonderful way to bond with your child as you design their room together. And it also builds their self-confidence as well. So it's a step-by-step process, and it's so much fun, and the child will have a great deal of fun as well.
Yeah, I love this idea. Now, how do you deal with, I've got an 11-year-old daughter, and we fight over everything. If I say it's black, she says it's white. So how do you guys deal with that? What are some of the key steps you can take and that you put in the booklet for people who want to make their kids part of the process, but the parents also need to have some influence in there too, and they want it to be fun and not something where they're opposed to each other.
That's the thing, is that you want to be your children's guide, your child's guide, not their leader. And let them express to you what it is that they want, because children, believe it or not, are the most decisive clients that you can have. They know exactly if you ask them what they want in their bedroom, they're going to tell you, and they mean it. And they're not going to change their mind.
Right.
So there's this really funny story. My mother actually writes about it in her blog. There is she got a letter from someone whose 12-year-old son wanted a bedroom that was painted purple and black.
Oh, wow.
And this mother just didn't know what to do. Elaine, what should I do? What should I do? And so my mother, Elaine Ryan, said, yes, you need to paint it purple and black, but you have a contract with your child and say that when you grow out of this, it's going to take a lot more paint to paint over the purple and black, so you're going to pay for the paint.
Nice, okay.
So he or she, well, this particular case, he had the understanding that, and so he felt so good knowing.
And did he stick with it? Did he do it?
Yes.
Wow, and so I bet they came up with a way to make the purple and the black work together.
And he even wanted a black ceiling.
Oh, wow.
You've got to do it, because that's what they want, and you build their confidence, and it will be their sanctuary, and they'll always feel good about it.
So are there any major do's and don'ts that you guys feel very strongly about that you put in here for parents to think of when they're doing their child's room?
Well, just remember that each age has a different preference. Little girls, maybe 5 to 7, want fairies and pastel colors and magical themes. But as they grow older, their rooms and their tastes are going to change. They're going to want, as they get to maybe say 13 or 14, they're going to want bold, bright colors and hip and more contemporary. So that's, everything changes with the age, and so
you want to make it so that you can evolve.
Yes.
Well, wonderful tips for all you parents out there. I know I'm going to run home and do some things with my daughter, because we're working on her room right now. So thanks again, Lauren, for joining us and giving us all that great insight, and we will be talking to you again on another episode of The Daily Dish. Everyone, and welcome to The Daily Dish. I'm your host, Kathy Rankin, and this week we've been having a special guest, Lauren Rosenberg, and she is the co-creator of the Elaine Ryan Home Decorating Kit, and you can find that at elaine.ryan.com. And Lauren, we've been having so much fun talking about interior design, and I love to buy things and decorate my home. You're talking about how to bring couture to the couch, which I really never thought of this, but you said that fashion really leads into home fashion. So
That's right.
talk about that and why that's the case.
Well, we all have our inspiration from somewhere, and the interior design industry's inspiration comes from the fashion industry. So let's take the 60s. In the 60s, which is now very big because of Mad Men, and that influence
Right.
is very big, and color blocking and 60s fashion. Well, color blocking started with Yves Saint Laurent, who designed his day dress after a Mondrian painting. So that became very big in the 60s. Well, now Mad Men comes into play, and now the 60s is very big, and so is color blocking. So we see that everywhere, big blocks of color, big bold statements. Like this fabric is an influence of color blocking, and this is a fabric that would normally not be available to any retail store, but it would be available to an interior design showroom only. So now you have resources that weren't available to you before, but now they are.
And I thought it was interesting, we were talking earlier, and you said that interior design tends to follow fashion about 2 years behind.
It takes about 2 years.
And I thought that was very interesting. So you were suggesting that people go into their closet and find out what they tend to like as far as fashion trends.
Right.
And then you can take that and translate it to your home.
That's right, because if you want to know what your style is, go into your closet and look at your closet clues, because they're going to tell you a lot about your style.
So for instance, something like this. If a woman went into her closet and obviously she likes a little bit of bling.
That's right. If she likes bling in her closet, she's probably going to enjoy bling in her living room or in her bedroom.
I probably am one of those.
And anywhere she can put it. So this is a purse, and this is an example of a blouse.
Right, and we've all seen this style has been big for a couple years now, and it still is a trend.
Right, so this has applique and it has a little bling. So then, let's say you find this fabric, which is...
And I love this.
It's just the most
so
magnificent
gorgeous
thing ever.
Now this looks very, very custom, which I'm assuming would be quite expensive.
It is.
But you mentioned there was, again, some interesting tips you give people. There's codes when you go to buy fabrics like this
At the
that you
showroom.
guys tell us how to
That's right.
decode so we know what people are really paying
We're
for.
breaking the code for you so that you can read the code that interior designers use to purchase themselves.
Well, great tips again and insight, and we'll be talking with you more in a couple more episodes of Daily Dish. And again, you can find the kit at ElaineRyan.com. And we've been talking with Lauren Rosenberg. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on the next Daily Dish.